Hey, y'all. It's Shelby, and we are here today in Shelb's Crafty VIP. I hope you're excited. We are going to make something awesome and fun today for Christmas. Last week, we made our first Christmas design. It was like a woodland, snowman, frosty, farmhouse design. Now we're going to make something super whimsical and fun, so I hope you're ready. I've not cut any mesh or prepared anything for you guys. We have a couple of new members, so I'm going to start from scratch. So, all three of oh my gosh, all 3 rolls of mesh came from Craft Outlet. So it's just, right now guys, it's literally about catching them in stock. With the way things are coming in, you never know. All right, so let's get us some mesh cut for our swag. So now y'all know I don't measure anything. I'm putting this roll of mesh against me on my table, and I'm just gonna start rolling it out. Now, excuse my table. When I bought this, I thought black was a good idea. I was like, that'll hide everything. It'll look nice, videos and everything. No, it looks like crap. It's the worst color. Ideally, I want a wooden table. Eventually, I'm gonna get there. For right now, we're gonna stare at the ugly black table. So here we go. Pulling my arm out. Okay. About 17 to 19 inches long. I'm just letting it roll up. I'm going to throw it to the side. Now I cut mesh really, really fast. Because, I mean, obviously you want it pretty straight or else it's going to, look a hot mess on your swag or your wreath. But it doesn't have to be perfect. And you're literally wasting time on your base filler that's barely going to be seen. So pull and cut. Now, this is the Deco Metallic Mesh, 10-inch. This is about the lowest. And sometimes you get lucky, and there's already an extra piece cut for you. So, what I was saying is I use the metallic. It's pretty, it's shiny, it's good quality. I've told you before, I don't necessarily like Hobby Lobby mesh, except their burlap, because their burlap's great. Oh, that's probably way too much. I'm just cutting and talking. But this is about the lowest quality of mesh I go. It used to be about $3 a roll. Now it's about $5. Now I always try to get it with free shipping. I love this white because it has the iridescent metallic on it, so it's really shimmery. But I don't use the paper mesh. Oh, there goes my mesh. I don't use the paper mesh. I don't use the value mesh as far as like that doesn't have the metallic in it. It's just like very cheap filling because it just frays to heck. So I'm not cutting any certain amount. I'm just cutting what I think I'm probably going to use without trying to make my mountain too big. And then if we need more, we can cut more. Happy Friday, by the way. I hope y'all's week has been great. Mine has been stressful, and that's okay. Still great though. I love coming in here and getting to talk to you guys. Not chat with you, but talk to you. It's a lot of fun. It's very relaxing for me. So this swag is a 32-inch PVC teardrop with 118 tips. Regular price $12.99. Right now at Ellis Home & Garden, they are on sale. You can buy from Ellis Home & Garden too. If you buy over 100, you get free shipping. Stock up on these. These are the very best ones. They're not too full. They're not crazy big. They're perfect. They're my favorite, and they just got them in, and they barely got any. So order them. The style number is 392-X14-001. All right, just fluff it out a little bit. Like they're not anything crazy. Like it's a PVC swag, and I think now locally, I think they're more on sale. I think they're buy one get one free. So $7.50. Like holy cow. And they're perfect. They're my most favorite swags, and they're centerpieces. All right, now I put my mesh up against me, let it gently roll in, and scrunch it to make a cruffle. And that's how we do our mesh. I bring it in. Now the first couple are gonna go all the way to the spine pretty much. You're gonna feel like you don't like that. That's okay. Keep going. It's gonna fill in. Because then when you can come in front of it a little bit, it's not gonna go all the way to the spine. Well, not a little bit. Whatever. Y'all know what I'm saying. Just keep going. The first few pieces of mesh you put on there will always look wonky and weird. Some you can, if you don't feel like they're tight enough, fold it in. But once you have these first few established, they kind of act as your leverage to be able to put some a little closer to the tips. If you put them close to the tips when you don't have anything that can support it a little bit, then you run the risk of them coming out. You also have the option to twist them off, come halfway off the spine, twist them off, and then place your mesh. So you can kind of do that either way. This design is going to be quick and fun, and it's going to use a piece that I love to use, which is ball garland, because it's such a big filler, goes in quick, you accent it, and you're done. I'm not necessarily trying to go down the middle of my swag. You will find when you're doing a swag, you're going to be like, man, it's taking forever to fill up this side. And then when you go down the other side, it doesn't. Because it already has this full that acts as its leverage to go up against. Now this is a 32 inch. I like the 32 inch because our designs grow, so it does end up being about 36 inches. And it ends up being wide. I feel like 32 inches is perfect. 36 inches, I love those for bigger designs, but they do, it feels like it never ends. Kind of feels like this week. But it's Friday. We made it. Monday is a holiday for my kids. So I can't do anything on my phone, or probably not do any work at all, which is fine. Most days in this business, it doesn't feel like work. That's what I love about it. It's fun, especially when you're creating something new. Now, this week, I have about 10 fall orders left that I need to get out, and I'm so over it. I ran out of ribbon. I had to beg and bribe my vendor to ship it quickly and with faster shipping so I could get it, because I want to finish my fall orders. Because I told y'all before, I will make duplicates because it's easier than, you know, constantly designing. It's easier if I make one, have enough of that product to make several, and then people buy the same thing. Well, after a while, that does squash your creativity a little bit. It does start to get you in your feels. Oh, that hurt. And you're just over it. So I have a few left to finish up that I'm just dreading, but I'm so ready to be done. I'm gonna start bleeding again, I swear. It's the only thing with these PVC pieces, I can have some sharp pieces on them for sure. 9.5 minutes to cut mesh and put this mesh on. So we're going to be at about 12 and get this thing done. That's not terrible. And a lot of times, Christmas swags are basically going to be this color for what I make. I make like quote, quote, Grinch themed stuff. So I'm going to put a red right there. I'm going to go off pattern because I don't want it to be the same all the way across. That really feels like it's bleeding. It really stabbed me up under there, but it's not. It's been a crybaby. And so this lime color, it's not that deep green, it's a lime. So this is going to be the backing for a lot of my designs. So you can sit and you can cut up, and like I said, I cut mesh very fast. So I do like to sit and cut several rolls at a time and just keep them in a box. And then you can line these swags up, turn on a show, and just sit there and get some bases done. And then you can, it's so versatile that you can use it constantly. And see, just like that, I changed my pattern. I was going green, white, red. And because I didn't like the way it was matching it to the other side, I just changed it. Now I'm doing green, red, white. And guess what? No one's ever going to notice. And it literally looks like we cut the perfect amount of mesh. Not sure I managed to do that. Probably should have counted the amount of curls I cut. But if y'all want to, y'all can rewind it. See how many I cut. But I used about a half a roll, so that's not bad. So that's $7.50 for mesh for 3 colors. Not bad at all. So $7.50 plus $7.50 for the swag, I'm at $15. Not bad at all. Green. And y'all don't worry, the tutorial is coming for the supply boxes that you got. For those of you who got the supply boxes from me, it is coming. Do not fret. I was going to do it today. Haven't made it yet. I don't know. I might still be able to do it today. Okay. I told you I cut too many red. That's when I was talking. I feel like another green really needs to go right there, though. Let's cut one more. It's pretty good. We only have to stop and cut one. All right. Now look how big that looks. I don't know if you can see it, but it's huge. It's enormous. You don't need anything bigger than 32 inches. Yeah, enormous. So, let's put this to the side for another day. By side, I mean on my floor where everything is accumulating right now. And we are going to go ahead and make our bow. If y'all know me by now, we're only 1 month in, but you should. I am a terrible decision maker. So, I don't know how I want to make my bow yet. I love 4-inch ribbon, so I have this enormous 4-inch Ferris silk ribbon that I really want to use on something. I've been dying to use it on something. So, I don't know. There's just a lot of green already in this. And so here, I'm going to go ahead and take out my ball garland. Okay, this came from Craft Outlet. They might still have a few left, but these go very fast. And so this is 4 foot long, and I think it was $25. I always cut it in half, unless I'm doing a garland. But when I'm doing a swag, I cut it in half. So you get 2 uses out of it for $12. So I am going to make sure it's in half when I cut it, which is about right here. That way you know, get the right amount of use for it. So obviously, you know, I'll make multiples of this probably. This would be an awesome double door design. For sure. So I cannot, I just can't decide. Cannot decide. I think it's super cute. I just don't want that green to drown. I don't want it to drown in there. Because I also love this ribbon. I love it. I love it so much, and I want to pop off of here. So cute. But you know what? We're gonna use 4-inch for today. I hope y'all snagged some of this ribbon at Craft Outlet. We're gonna be using it again soon on some gingerbread wreaths. So we're gonna get our bow made. I'm gonna use these 3 ribbons. Somehow I ended up with 4 of these. I bought 4 50-yard rolls of this red, like outdoor ribbon. So what I'm gonna do is I need to make a huge bow and put it for sale on Etsy. Bows are a great thing to have in your shop. Why I don't have any listed, I do not know. But this is like a felt, but plastic. So this is like those ribbons that you see hanging on everyone's like they put a ribbon or a bow on each window. So it'd be something great to make big bows of, sell in my shop, because I have 200 yards of it. Like, I don't know why I did that. I should pay more attention. But anyway, it's a really pretty red. So I think it's gonna help. I think it's gonna pop off of this. So I'm okay with that. And then I also have this Merry Christmas ribbon too that's really whimsical. I bought every single one that Hobby Lobby had, even when they were regular priced, because I use this religiously in my garlands and tree toppers for the season. So right now they're on sale, so go get it. I think it's in the box I. And so even if they're up top, ask them to get it for you, because it screams Grinch. Screams it. I cannot get up under this plastic to get it off. Come on. There we go. All right, so I think we're just going to pair these 3 together. We're rolling with it, is what it is. Okay. Now, I'm going to fold this up under my hand. Okay, I don't know if y'all saw that. I got the tail. I'm going to fold this under and make a good size loop. Now, I'm going to pull it like I'm making a tail. I'm going to fold my hand back and bring this other loop up under. Let go and just alternate hands. Now I have my base bow. So there's my base. Now I'm going to come on top of it with this red that is just so merry and bright. It's a bright red. I'm going to do 2 loops of it. Doing your bows this way is a little easier on your hands too. All right, now we're going to take our Merry Christmas and place it on top. Oh, that is gorgeous. Gorgeous, darling, gorgeous. Now, my wording, we're going to do this a different way, okay? So watch. I got my tail. I'm folding this loop up under. I'm doing it pretty much the exact same way I did the base bow. And then I'm going to come on top. Now, my words are the correct direction. Ta-da! And that's how it's done. That is how it's done, people. Okay. I don't want this running through my wreath. I know that. So I'm going to go ahead and chop it off. I'm going to leave these 2 attached because I haven't decided how I want those to run yet. But there's our pretty bow. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, moving on. I'm going to go ahead, and that's a short one. I'm going to put a pipe cleaner long ways in the back, just as if it was part of the bow. I'm going to take a zip tie. I'm going to run it around. I'm doing this because when I put it on the swag, I don't want it sucked down in there. I want the zip tie to tighten these thick ribbons, and then I want to be able to use that pipe cleaner to tie it to my base and not suck the center of my bow down into it. I want my bow sitting on top of my design. So I'm tightening it up a little bit. adjust my bows, make sure nothing started getting crazy. Everything's still good. I'm cinching that bad boy up. All right. So now it's super cinched, whimsical, all that good stuff. And now we can place it on our design. Now that is a big, fat, juicy one, isn't it? Let's bring this over here. Should have brought all this over here. So it's all wrapped up. Get out of, I'm not using you. Get out of here. Gone. Okay. Now then. Alright. We're going to come up here to the top. I've got my pipe cleaner. Now, obviously the pipe cleaner don't get tight, so I'm going to give it one good twist back here around that zip tie so it doesn't move. Alright, where's my top? Here's my top loop. So obviously I'm going to come at an angle. You'll see me do this 1,000 times because I go to the left because I'm a lefty. So that's where it's going to go. Awesome. Okay. So glad I went with these ribbons. They're super cute. Super cute. Super cute. Now with the way that this swag is, it's not huge, it's not wide, it's super wide, so I can go in and go completely to that spine and put this pipe cleaner around that spine for that stability. Gorgeous, darling. It's just pure gorgeous, I tell ya. Y'all tell I'm getting more comfortable around y'all. I haven't even met y'all. But I just keep talking to y'all in person and y'all are my people. I'm just like rambling. Okay. Now, let's get our ball garland in here and then we'll decide where we want these to run. So let's go ahead and get this placed. Now these are awesome. It's so whimsical. I get the one with the lime balls because I like the lime. I don't like the dark green. And that just came off. So you know what we'll do? We'll glue it back on. It's going to be fine. You can work it. Go ahead and get those good and spread out. All right. Now, it's a pretty good size ball garland. So we can really work this all the way down to the end. Now I'm going to fold it because I don't want it sticking out of the end. I'm going to see if I left myself any pine in here. Very little at the bottom for sure. That's okay. Because we don't want this going anywhere. So we're going to zip tie it. And I'm not going to zip tie it all the way down. I don't have to. I'm going to zip tie it to this end though. I don't want that end popping out. And I'm just going and running it all the way around the spine. Now this one I do want to suck down in there because I only want those balls sticking out. I don't want that spine sticking out. Alright, so just move and wiggle your mesh the way it, you know, kind of the side it was on, the way it wants to go. That way that spine gets up under it. Just like this. Perfection. 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 Alright, we are going to zip tie that piece. And then we just have two locations where it's zip tied and that'll hold it. It's perfect. our balls around. Glue this bad boy back on. Just dab a little bit of glue in that hole. Stick that back on there and let it dry. And let's get these spread out a little bit. That way it looks like they're coming from all directions and not just coming from the center of this swag. How cute is that so far? I mean, I think it's perfect. That's just my personal preference. You know. Nope. Okay. All right, let's run our ribbons down here. Let's get a little bit run down the side. Just do a little loop. Get them gathered up here. Some perfect little free pontons right here. Twisted them around. It's like they knew you were headed there. Perfect. All right, let's cut these off. Go ahead and dovetail these. Go ahead and come up here and dovetail. All right, let's finish adding some more ribbon around here. And then we'll add all our goodies and we are done. All right, so I'm gonna take that 4-inch and I'm gonna run some more down this side to carry it down. And now what I'll probably do is a loop. So make a loop. Hang on, guys. Okay. Let's make a loop. Oh, it's hot in here. Probably should turn some air on before I came in here. Now I really wanted, really wanted to trail this down here. So I made that tail longer because I want this one on the outside to be shorter. Now I'm using a lot of this ribbon on here, but I mean, I should still be able to get at least 2 out of that ribbon. All right, let's come in here. That pine wrapped around it. Got our tail. We're gonna carry a loop down. Now I know there's no pine in there, so I'm gonna take this pipe cleaner, wrap some around it. Get it stuck in there myself. Hey Mimi, will you turn some air on? I'm about to die in here. My grandma, she's here every day. She works with me. I need her. She's my employee. I need her during this season. She does so much for me. Y'all will see a lot of her over these next couple months, I'm sure. Alright, let's get that dovetailed. We're gonna leave it a little long, trail it down there. We're gonna leave this one pretty short, so it's a cute little flirty piece sticking off the side there. Oh yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome. All right, we need a little bit of red and that other one going down this side. Should have tied them together, but what I'm gonna do is just do some tails right here. So I'm not about that long. Ain't gotta worry about wasting this ribbon because I got plenty of it, good Lord. You don't want your ribbon to be weighted down on one side. You need to carry, at least make your diagonal. At the very least. But y'all know we don't do the least. Why don't I just throw that piece in the trash? Come back. I'm gonna use that. Don't worry, y'all, it's just my supply trash. There's no food in there. It's not gross. I am not a disgusting person, let me tell you. All right, let's see if we can get this wrapped around this ribbon in here too. Put a little glue, make sure that stays. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This needs to be a little shorter. Look how much character that ribbon is adding to this thing. Oh, I'm so glad I used that. Trust your gut. I'm telling myself that. I don't know why that's such an issue for me. All right, we're gonna take those little ones and we're gonna run it some along here. We're just ribboning this thing up. Now I want the words facing the correct way. So I'm starting, usually I start here and go down. I'm gonna start here and go up. We're gonna start with a little tail. There's a little pine. This is a thin ribbon, so it can go in these little pieces of pine. Got us a little tail. We're gonna make a little loop. And little tail. Just like that. Trust the process, y'all. Like, man, that's a lot of ribbon. And that looks weird. For one, no it doesn't. For two, you don't have everything added yet. So just trust me. We're gonna do the same thing on this side. Now this time I get to go down because of the way the ribbon's facing. Now I did use all the pines up here, dang it. I don't usually have to do this a lot, but on this swag, I'm really shooting myself in the foot here. That's okay. Twist it around. Stick that down in there. Try to find something to twist it around. Excuse my head. But sometimes I gotta be able to see. I cannot just feel. Feel your way. You know, like on Grease. Also, I had an extra shot of espresso this morning, so, you know, that could explain it a little bit. All right, another loop. Oh, there's a lot of free pine right there. We like free pine. We like anything that's free, but especially free pine. All right, so we're just giving it another little loopy, a little tail, just another little bit of character. All right, now y'all don't hate me. One more section. One more little piece. And that red is bold, so we're not putting more red. We're just gonna do a little tail. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. There's a little free piece of pine there. We're going to slide that bad boy down in there. And tuck that pine back in. 35 minutes. I like to give y'all, I mean, y'all can see the time, but I like to look. I like to see how long it's taken me. Most of the time it takes me about an hour to do something, which I'm walking y'all step by step, so it's a little bit slower. But still, I mean, an hour's not bad. But we'll be done soon because that's pretty much it. I mean, look at that. This thing looks awesome. So now, I gotta play. Look at these. Oh, I lost a marshmallow. Don't forget, I have these in my shop. You can't just find these anywhere. Marshmallows with these little things on it that just dance around everywhere. They're awesome. I have these in my shop, and don't forget, when you use the password of the month, you get 20% off. Glue this marshmallow back on here. I don't know if it came off that one, but that one looked like a good one to put it on. All right, we're gonna trim these down. Oh gosh, I almost needed my heavy ones. All right, and we are gonna place these and play with these for a minute to see where we want them. So I try to do one spray a foot. This design is about 3 feet, so we're gonna try to get 3 of these bad boys in here. And I really want it dancing out of this design. Now, I'll tell you what, these are big. So I'm cutting this. This looks like it can be divided into 2 pieces. So I'm gonna cut it. So now I have 2 pieces out of that one pick. So I'm gonna put that one up in here. I want it to go further, so I'm going to maneuver a little bit. There we go. Okay. And then I can maneuver these around too. That way it's not sticking just straight down. So there's one. Now we're going to come in the middle here. It's kind of long still. I want it to angle up in there and still stick out, so I'm going to have to angle it myself a little bit. These marshmallows, it happens. In the shipping, I mean, they came in a container. What do you think was going to happen? Like this one's missing one. Just cut that little extra off. Dab a little bit of glue there to make sure it don't go anywhere. Get one more of these. I brought 3, but I didn't know I was going to be able to cut it in half. Which actually, if you really broke it down, you could cut it into thirds. But I'm just going to cut it in half. Or into 2 pieces. And actually, I'm going to take this one out. I'm going to put this big one in the middle here. And there goes another marshmallow. These are on my nerves. I'm going to have to glue all these. Okay. Make sure everything's spread out pretty good. You can bend it however you want. Make it work for you. Cute. All right, we're going to come up here. come in under that bow, I think. So put this one. It's going to come out of the bow. And we'll take that one last piece we have and come up top. Just finish that off. Look. So cute. Alright, I like those. I like where they're placed. So I'm going to blue. Those two are kind of glued together, so that works. Lots of glue, lots of glue. Sometimes when you work so hard to get it in place, you don't want to pull it out. These are so fun. I love them. They're so wispy. Okay, so we only used 2 sprays instead of 3. More bang for your buck. So 2 of those. And now we got some lollipops. Oh yeah. All right. First, we're going to take some of this flocked eucalyptus. This, I don't know where it came from. I just found it in my garage when I was cleaning yesterday. It looks like it came from Ellis. It could have possibly came from Craft Outlet. It's really shimmery and glittery. It's not like heavily snowed. And they're really long pieces. So I'm going to cut a couple of these in half. That's a short one. We'll cut that one. Because I just want these to kind of dance throughout. Give it more of that Christmas effect. I'll take a little piece. Now you don't have to add these. You could have stopped right there. We can't. We can't stop. We won't stop. Y'all, normally I can work in silence. My grandma, she cannot. So she brought over her radio the other day, and we've been listening to KBNE, which is the Christian station that's local to us. And we've been jamming out. But you know, now it's like I can't work without it because it really has just made the days go better. It's so uplifting and just joyful. And, I mean, it's kind of hard to be stressed out and mad when you got Jesus playing in your ear, you know? Hard to be stressed out and mad when you got Jesus in your heart, period. So, I know we might not all have the same beliefs, but y'all, I'm a Jesus lover. He is my rock and my savior. Whom shall I fear? What shall I fear? Definitely not going to fear a customer. That's what I got to tell myself. So I'm just sporadically placing these throughout the design. Just for some Christmassy character. I probably am going to go ahead and use all of these just because I don't have a need to keep 1 or 2 really. Just kind of go in there just for some added stuff. Some added glitz. That piece right there is a little much. We're going to leave that out for right now. What I am going to do is take, I might use that one. Might be too big though. Oh, I don't think it's too big at all. with this design. Whimsical and all. And really, we're going to place these lollipops first, but we can place those throughout also, just to kind of carry that along. But when it's in the center of your bow, it's kind of like a, you know, yeah. So you don't really have to double that one. Now these are made like ornaments. These are in my shop also. If y'all want to purchase some, 20% off. Because y'all, that's special. Y'all are so special to me. This thing, I'm sorry, I hope y'all aren't getting dizzy from the way I keep turning this thing, but it's enormous. Now what do I do with my clippers? Oh. I'd lose my head if it was not attached to my body. Run this right up top. Just like that. Have to clean up my mess when I'm done. I don't necessarily know if I wanted to come all the way to the end to run this one. For its diagonal placement with that other one. That string, I don't need that long. Well, probably need it a little longer than that. Yeah, we're gonna place that one right there. We already have this cascading off the bottom, so I didn't really need to go two extremes here. And now you can use that ribbon too. You can just stick a dab of glue to that ribbon for that lollipop to stay. Now a couple more of these lollipops that we could place throughout that match these. I also have these lollipops from Hobby Lobby. So they're a little bit different, which I think I'm going to use these. The more different stuff you have, the better. I don't like those bows. They got to go. So fun. This design is so much fun. Oh my gosh. Yep. Just dancing in there. Oh my gosh. Are y'all Station 19 and Grey's Anatomy watchers? I'm so glad it's back on for fall. I've missed it so much. Get out of here, glue strings. Go on, get. Go on, get. Okay. I am going to take one of these ornaments, place it down here. Counterweight. These came from the at-home store. In case y'all are looking. I don't really want to fold that bow over. But I can stick it right in there. Oh my goodness. Holy cow, y'all. Trying to move some of this trash out of the way so y'all can see it. If I'd have been throwing stuff away like I'm supposed to while I'm working, we would not be having this issue right now. Got a darn trash can right there. Get out of the way. Let's take a look. Is it not beautiful? Don't you love it? Oh my gosh, it's so fun. So pretty. And it took 50 minutes, and it shouldn't even take that long, but you know, we take our time. Now, I kind of stopped adding up everything, but let's talk about it. So we knew we had $7.50 on the swag, $7.50 in the mesh. It's $15. These are my shop, I think, for, I want to say $8. So it's another $16. So now you're at $31. Okay. We have our ball garland, just $12.50. So we're at $43.50. We have a couple of these ornaments. They were $8. I used half, so that's $4. So we're at $47. 2 lollipops. I think they're 5 each, maybe 6. Both say 5. It's $57. Your ribbon and a couple other little things. So I want to say I'm probably at 70, which is a little much. 70, 75, whatever. I'm going to list this for $140. There's no reason it shouldn't bring $140. Even $130. Because if I have 70 in it, I'm listing it for $130. I'm still making $60 for 50 minutes of work. That's okay with me. So I don't have a formula that I stick to every time. I figure out what I got in it. I figure out how much I want to make. So anyway, I hope you loved it. I will see you guys next time. Have a great weekend. Bye.